everyone. Welcome back to Umineko. I finished episode, or at least like the main bulk of episode 6 last night, and I kind of just want to, do the extra bits and see how everything ends and how this relates to whatever the hell is going to happen next. Also, my vertigo is acting up a little bit, which is not good, but well, I just want to get through this sort of thing. So in episode 6 of Umineko, it started off with Battler had realized the truth. He did not tell us what that was because that would make things too easy. But he was going to basically play one final game to basically show that he has solved everything. And he did that by basically making a story about love stories and how love can make you want to kill people and accept things that aren't there and how you need miracles for love to actually happen. And anyway, unfortunately, he wrote himself into a corner, and so Erica managed to trap him. So Beatrice managed to basically revive herself and come back to, with the last minute to save Fat Love by coming up with a crazy locked room mystery that Erica could not solve. And so Erica basically admitted defeat and pretty much died, I guess. She's died. She's dead, probably. And yeah, as what's going to happen at this point onwards from there, I don't know. So that's what the Tea Party and the question mark, question mark, question mark is for. Sure. You already are the territory lord, so this ring belongs to you, my son. Really sure? This right, the world you created, the tale. Yes, I created this tale because I wish to be with you. Having perhaps if this world has been fulfilled. Okay, yeah, because at the end of last episode as well, there was a bit about essentially the Beatrice is almost like created to essentially fulfill Battler's preferences, so what Battler likes, and so yeah, when they're saying that this whole thing is created for him, Beatrice was created to love Battler. Beatrice is something, Battler is something. It's honestly all a bit vague at the moment. I don't know exactly how all the metaphors are working, but yeah, we'll see, I guess. So from now on, I want you to write it, a continuing tale of you and me. Or is doing it like that too awkward for you? I'm just pushing the ties and task of territory lord onto you anyway. It's much easier being the wife where you only have to brag. I just need to play around and wait for you to write a new tale. And for each new tale you write, I'll play any part you need. Be an evil witch or a rival. Okay, that's great and all, but does this solve the question of how do we get it? Can we actually stop everybody from dying on Rokujima? Or is that just impossible to stop? A lover or a wife? My tales are pretty intense. You'll be busy from dawn until dusk. Indeed, bring it on. Yay, now they're married. Story over, right? Love story is one. Yay. As a memorial to tonight's event, the Great Territory Lord will now recognize the accomplishments of certain people. Let those come forward. Okay, what's even happening at this point? Kind of like that day. Of course, yeah, reviving the Golden Man. Of course, it's true. Because they've always been saying, in the Golden Land, everyone can be revived. But do they just mean that, like, the Golden Land is just the end of the end of the story and a beginning of a new one? Like, so of course everyone can be revived because this is just a story that people are telling? I don't know anymore. Hello. Therefore, we will allow for your resurrection as well as your continued servants. I mean, yes, ma'am. Oh, my mic's a bit quiet. Hang on. I can turn it up a little bit. Is that a bit better? And that's this thing. No, this thing doesn't do anything. That's the... I don't know. Okay, cool. Kanon-kun! Yoshia-kun! Yoshia-kun! You won't be serving as furniture. You'll be serving as a human. Do you understand what that means? Yes. Now for the next pair, George and Shannon, okay. You two withstood Zapar and Furfur's trial until the very end. Our great achievements in affection, determination, and nobility were exemplary and deserving of awards. To mention all the people you murdered with your bare hands and shot with rifles. Therefore, your marriage certificate has been issued with the Territory Lord's signature. So, now that there's nothing stopping these two, let's all throw rice at them and celebrate. Is that just a Japanese thing? Stop, okay? I'll never forgive you for too much salty miso soup. And George is getting a little overweight, so go easy on the sugar. George, when a man gets married, he's got to treasure his wife even more than his parents. No matter what your mother says, you make sure you protect Shannon-chan. Yes, of course. George, son. Anyway, George needs to be asleep by 7 o'clock. I'll never forgive you for stay up late. Don't forget the... Okay. The wife Joe's can vary depending on the family. Real son, have you been treasuring your wife? Of course. Why would you doubt that? Kind happiness, you too. Okay, I mean, I don't know why it's quiet because I turned the mic up and according to like the OBS thing, the volume looks normal, right? In terms of like what the volume is. I mean, if I just make it even louder, but I don't know. Like it looks like my speaking volume is higher than the desktop audio. If I just I mean I can just put it all the way up and then we'll see. Congratulations! Yay! Everyone's happy. And so, the curtain closes on the tale woven by the Golden Witch. Perhaps we should finish this tale with the epitaph. The actual one? The following is the passage of the Golden Land from the epitaph of the Golden Witch. The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures. One shall be all the gold from the Golden Land. One shall be the resurrection of all the dead souls. One shall be the resurrection of the love that was lost. Oh yeah! One shall put the witch to sleep for all time. I actually forgot about all that stuff. Sleep peacefully, my beloved witch Beatrice. The whole love stuff is... That's relevant now. Is that the end of the tea party? So this means Speedo was satisfied and put to sleep? That interpretation is probably appropriate. And, now that the game's over, Oni-chan will be released, right? What will you do next? Who knows? The book of this fragment tells no more of the story. Oh, okay, great. So that story's over. Great. That's the end of that timeline. We have absolutely no idea what happens at that point. So in the end, we don't even get to see what comes next for him. Nothing comes next for him. In the end, Oni-chan and the others never came back. They reached the Golden Land and had a great time together there. Even if the tale tells us that, the truth is that everyone died in that huge accident. Still, we've learnt a lot of very interesting things. It seems that that island really was a crazy island of illusions. Indeed. And your reading was truly wonderful. I feel worn out, like watching a 6-hour movie all at once. I'm tired. Yeah, if I'd watched this, if I'd played this for 6 hours, I would have felt like that. That's why I took a break. Ushiromiya Anj. I'm pretty sure this thing takes more than 6 hours to read. You truly have worked hard. Your reading has soothed my boredom. I, Featherine, am more grateful to you than I have been for so many years that I cannot remember. If you're grateful, why can't I have some kind of award too? What would be good? Give me some time. I will think. Ushiromiya Anj, you really have worked hard. You have done well to keep reading for me until the end. With this, your responsibilities as my Miko are lifted. You may return to your original world and be reunited with the fate you have given. Okay, but the fate that I've been given fucking sucks. Also, I might have been, like, shot to death by my aunt. Sheesh, feels like this is one hell of a side trip. Do not pout. I am thinking of a reward now. Yes, that's something I haven't done much, or rather, at all, for quite some time. I imagine the ink from the bottle's dried up by now. What, you're gonna tell me that you're gonna... No, but you already wrote a story. Didn't you say that... Yeah, here we go. Now we go back into the real world. The future... The world of the future real world version as opposed to which version? There was only one truth and did not mean an end to her journey. However, maybe it can be viewed this way. It wasn't sufficient to fill the 12-year gap in her heart. However, at that moment, just enjoying the feeling, along with the bit of coffee Hachijo had made, is enough. Thank you for reading until the end, and thank you for your thoughts and opinions. I'm sure the very first Endless Witch is happy. Wow, so you can bring yourself to say stuff like that. If you'd just talk like that from the beginning, you'd have tons more fans. I merely praising the wonderful reader you most certainly are. I just wanted to say that spending the time I have left in writing for you alone was much more productive than writing for those pigs who do not talk and cannot think would have been. That's just the kind of thing you'd be better off not saying. Well, I'll take it as a compliment. Okay. I get the feeling that I've spent a really, really long time here. It feels as though I've spent a major fraction of my life here. Though it should not feel uncomfortable sitting here on a sofa and someone else. It should be uncomfortable. For some strange reason, it feels as familiar as my own home. A friend seems to be taking his time. It must be a long phone call. Was the stream lagging? Hang on, let me check. Oh yeah, there were some dropped frames there. Fuck. Oh no. Okay, yep, it's something. Yeah, frames are dropping. Okay, I'll have to stop and see what I can do because I don't know what I can do there. It's just gonna keep dropping frames. Yeah. Yep. All right. Thanks for telling me though.